Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel here, and just give me a little moment because I just forgot to get my link for my Etsy shop into the chat. Yeah, so today we're going to be continuing where we left off this week. And now I kind of I thought I wasn't going to be able to stream this weekend because I had a shift planned for this week, or for the weekend, but it got canceled, so I was able to kind of go live today. So yeah, and I'm just trying to get my link, comments, and I should probably go to YouTube end. That way I can actually pin it, because I can't. For some reason you can't pin. For some reason you can't pin things on the YouTube side, so it's kind of annoying. But it is what it is. I'll do it right now. All right. There's my Etsy shop link, and then I'll just put it up in the pin. We can get started here. So, and yeah, so today we're continuing where we left off with the Predacons with HEADSTRONG here, which should be a fairly easy one to do because he only has like 3 colors, well 4, just a little bit of purple, but yeah, just yellow, red, and black. That's all he's got. So should be a relatively easy sort of process here today. So, and I think because the black seems to be the most that he's got going on, I think we'll do that first. So yeah. Now, as I have done this before, now as we've kind of gone through the other Predacons, we are also going to be using a little bit of a red for the black area. Excuse me, the black areas. So just because it adds a nice little tint to the black areas, you know. Basically, so I'll show my pens. Now today I'm just going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to start off by using the reds on the black, see if that has a different sort of a vibe for it. So we start off with the red, and then we'll kind of transition to darker sort of shades as we go by. And I just missed a few areas. Make sure I got every little pencil line erased. But yeah, so for the black area, it's just going to be the midsection, little bit of the top area, and then the horn, and then the legs, and then that, and the gun, and that'll be it for the black areas. So yeah. Today we're gonna start off a little bit different though. We're gonna start with the reds, the red highlights on the black parts. So I kind of felt like it gave a nice sort of like primal sort of edge to the Predacon. So just black the whole thing out of the arm joint. Don't worry about it too much. This whole section here, I had to redraw this area a little bit, so it'll all be blacked out. And same thing with the neck. I'll black the whole thing out. I'm not gonna do anything sort of fancy with it. Sometimes you just need to go all black for some areas. That's what I kind of found. But we are trying something different here. Just trying. Because I usually start with the blacks. I start with like kind of the grays, and I kind of transition to blacks, and then red, and blacks again. So we'll try something a little different. Start with the red, see if that has a different sort of effect for it. Sometimes if you do colors in a certain sort of order, it might give you a different effect. So you never know. There's the handle for the gun. Hey, Grumpy, did I hop in Liam's Discord yet? No, I haven't. I wasn't aware he had one, or just never really got around to. How's it going, Grumpy? Good to see you. All right, thanks for that, Grumpy. I'll see if I can put my thing here. Yeah, I didn't really pay attention too much to the chat last night on Liam's stream because I was kind of doing some little light diorama work actually in between like watching it, so I could only like respond to a few things here and there because I was stripping the foam board because the foam board I use from Michaels, they have this like kind of smooth surface that you kind of have to remove in order to paint over top of it. So that was what I was doing all last night. I was kind of just doing some of that for the Combaticon shelf specifically. I was doing that, getting rid of that smooth surface of the foam board for when I eventually go ahead and paint up the diorama for us. That's why I didn't really have. That's why sometimes if I'm in a stream, if I'm not really responding too much in chats, that's probably why, because I'm probably busy doing something like that. So just because if I don't really have something to say on the stream, I'm watching a stream, I usually just do something in the back and I do drawing or something like that, you know. It's kind of how I roll. But yeah, so right now we're doing the black areas, and we're starting off the red because, like we've done before, we've been doing a lot of like red highlights for the black areas, and so today I decided to do something a little bit different and start off with the reds as sort of the base color for the blacks, and then have the blacks on top of it. I think that it might create a different sort of effect. Just because I want to try something different, while still kind of keeping the same sort of a formula, you know, intact here. Just gonna go all red over all the black areas, and we'll kind of just go from there and see what we can do with it. But I figured it out. I am so dumb. And do an invite from it, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, yeah. Same here. I dropped your stream in Liam's Discord in case anyone's. Oh, okay, thank you. Thanks. I really appreciate that, Grumpy. Yeah. Yeah. I really appreciate that. Let's get this filled in. I'm not going to worry too much about highlights right now because we are drawing the highlights. So, yeah. I was trying. I kind of really do love like the red. I know I've kind of said this before, but I'll say it again anyways because I just think it looks cool for the Predacon specifically when coloring them. So I could have easily gone for like just like a basic sort of like gray or something like that, but I think the red for the highlights and the Predacons, the black areas, it adds something to me. Like it adds a bit more of a primal sort of edge to them, you know. So finished working, whiting out the Mrs. G, and now I'm darks lines and Daredevil Electra Raphael. Oh, that's good. Yeah. I like that red for them. Oh, yeah. Actually, I'll pull up just a little bit. It's a little too close. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Now you have full screen here. Yeah, the last of the Predacons, and then it's just the Predaking one we got to do next weekend. And then they'll be done, ready for the stickers. Made the stickers, so get my shop all nice and populated with more stuff. It's good. It's a good red. Very much like it. Yeah. It reminds me of like almost like the when they drew like Mary Jane in the animated series, when it's like they had black and they had red like highlights almost or what have you. Kind of reminds me of that. That's kind of where I got a lot of the ideas actually for, not for this specifically, but it's kind of just like when you see something in a cartoon and the way something is colored, it kind of sticks with your brain. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, because like the black and because it doesn't always have a really sharp look in the cartoon, right? And so it's like, it kind of sticks with you, and you're like, yeah, let's try that with a Transformer. Like it's a bizarre sort of a place to get your inspiration for Transformers, but it's just like, not that I was specifically looking at that like in particular, but it's just like, you know, when you have, you know, an idea stuck in your brain, you know, it just kind of works. Like, yeah. Gonna be a relatively short stream, I think, because doesn't have a whole lot of color on this guy. It's just black, red, and yellow for most of them. So. Yeah, that was good. It was kind of how you talked with black lines. It looks way better than MJ. Yeah, yeah. Get some of the. It's a little center line. Okay. We have all the information I really need. Not gonna worry about this arm joint here because I'm gonna black that all out. Same thing with the neck. Just gonna black it all out at the end. Okay. I'll pull a BV25. Hopefully I have a refill for this guy. It's a relatively new marker. Let's see. Nope. Gotta be really careful. Use this guy. Should be too much though. Yeah, definitely need to do a run to the art stores soon. Some more refills in. Goal is to kind of get all the ones I already have. before I buy any new markers. That's kind of like my main goal right now. Unless they don't have a specific color I need to refill, I'll just get a new marker. But I always try to get the refill if I can. Have you seen the Tron Arist trailer? I am worried the NIM soundtrack might work. I'm not really a big Tron guy, so I wouldn't really know anything about that. But so I've never really seen anything Tron related. Just not really something that's ever piqued my interest personally. So. Okay. Let's some black. Let's see what we can do with it. It was rather niche, so no worries there. Yeah, it looks kind of cool, but yeah, it's never really been my sort of thing. It's never really. Yeah, maybe I'll give it a chance one day. Let's see. But. Did you see the new Marvel Rivals skin for Emma Frost, or the new design for Emma Frost and Marvel Rivals? And Melanie Mac had a few things to say about it, so I imagine Mac's gonna be talking about it tomorrow. Which I don't think I'll be able to. I might be able to. Not too sure if I'll be there for the stream a whole while actually tomorrow, because got a work trip tomorrow at around 3 o'clock my time, so I'll only be able to show up for about an hour or so at the next stream. But yeah, she tried to call people who liked the new, because she has a very, very thick, but she also doesn't look like Emma Frost. Yeah, I was actually kind of a little bit underwhelmed by it. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was just like, it's all right. I think it's more the costume I don't really care for. Like, the face looks pretty good for the most part. It kind of feels like her, but they can always fix that, with skins and stuff like that, But yeah, she like kind of lost her mind though, Melanie Mac. Yeah, I actually really like the Fortnite skin for Emma Frost, but like Melanie Mac just lost her mind with the whole thing, where it's like she's calling people gay again. She's trying to say that she's comparing it to like a trap, or not trap. Yeah. Something. Hold on. She's comparing it to a drag queen, and that's what's kind of what's going on, or whatever. It's like, no, it's not a drag queen; it's a woman. All right. Might not be the best design Emma Frost has had, but she's still a lady, a female in that. Yeah, it's just like, what is going on with her? Yeah, she's like, she's one of these like post. She just has a lot of issues. She needs to get married or something like that. Like, something's like messed up with her. my Mac would have a pretty hard time recognizing curves yet. It's that, like, for real, like, you know, it's like, I know I think she was married at one point and whatnot. Or, I don't know anything about that, so. She really seems very, like, desperate for attention. That's what it kind of seems like to me. It's got a gray tone in here. Just kind of even out the reds a bit. Just to make the reds a bit more subdued here. Not too crazy. Just saw the Eric the Bunks video right before I did the stream, actually. So it's kind of fresh on my mind. I was like, really? It's like, yeah, it's not my favorite design for Emma Frost, you know, but it's just like, you know, it's good enough. And obviously fix it with different skins and all that, you know. If they ever come out with a more accurate one, which I imagine they will, you know, because they're pretty good on that stuff. You know, they have a really good, unique style, and it kind of works for the characters and all that. But recently divorced, allegedly her husband left her for a man, but I can't prove that. I would explain a lot, though. I would explain a lot. Yeah, I wouldn't want to say anything about that, though, just because, you know, don't want to be held accountable for libel or whatever. But it would explain a lot, I'll say that. Should be good enough for the blacks. Maybe I'll just bring up 8. So the long as line works once we get the inks going. Not a design Emma would wear. They can draw her thick. That is no issue, but that outfit looks like something. Emma is the White Queen after all, yeah. Yeah, because I see her as being more sophisticated, more elegant, you know. A little bit, but I guess it's because it's for a battle. But it's a video game. It's meant for for a battle scene. So I kind of get where they're going with the costume, you know, kind of giving that hard edge to it. But I would have preferred something a bit more elegant, more, you know, refined, the vibe I kind of get from Emma Frost as a character. I do think it's kind of cool that they're going to be using like a lot of her like diamond abilities, like for combat and stuff like that. It's kind of a cool idea for a fighting game, you know, or not fighting game, but you know what I mean. All right, do the reds next, I think. And then we'll move on to the yellows. So it's just going to be the helmet, the head for the rhino, and then the arms. And then I think that's about it for reds on Headstrong here. Just got to make sure. Yep. So let's quickly go through and map out the reds. Is a regal functional battle attire. Yes, her diamond form is very suitable for combat. Almost as strong as Colossus, and she can hold it indefinitely. Yeah, yeah. She'd be the worst girlfriend, wouldn't she? Though, because you can never hide anything from her. Like any weird ass fucking thought you might have, like she might just like use it against you. Should the insides of the ears be yellow? I wonder. Yeah, I'll leave it. Just put in shadow. It's not a real rhino, so I don't have to do that. Yeah, I'd hate to be with any female character that had mind reading abilities. That'd be the worst. Not that I have anything to hide. It's just like they take any little. Because the thing with because you know how petty women can be. You know, it's like any little like thing that you might have thought at one point, she would just use that against you. You know, in some weird way. Yeah. Her and Jean, they're both in your head. Well, yeah, yeah, silent. Yeah, exactly. It's like no, give me a regular. It's like no, get out of here. Like. Raven's a little bit different because Raven doesn't really. I don't think she really reads minds. She reads emotions. I think that's such a better thing to kind of have as an empath more than a mind reader, you know. But oh, Donna. Huh? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I just hate that. It's like because they not because I'd be worried about what I did. It's just more if I did something fucked up. It'd just be more of like like I was like little like passive aggressive thought you might have. Like they just use it against you because how women are these days. Yeah. Mind readers and people who are like really strong, like Wonder Woman or Power Girl, would be probably no for me personally. It's like because I'm such a jackass. I know that I just piss them off at some point. But she can access silent. Yeah, but I think it's a little bit different than the way other mind readers work. Rogan Storm. Yeah. Let's get some darker reds going. Jesus. Ooh. Then Raven is not default psionic, but can access. Yeah, but Raven has a bit more. I always kind of see it as being having a bit more self control than that. Whereas like Jean, well, she was making gay. She just make you think you're gay. Yeah, it's like no, thank you. Oh, Iceman gay thing is so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous, but it's also kind of funny at the same time now. It's like looking back at it. But yeah, it is kind of fucked up though. Still. At some point, you just gotta laugh at these things, you know. So getting too upset over it. All right. All right. 20. It's got 46 going. All right. Let's get my orange red out. Just kind of fill in the last little gaps here. Ooh, in the eyes. You plan on doing a larger team sticker, like? Yeah. So the way it's going to go down with the Predacons is because I have the Predaking, right? And so the way that the Predacons and Predaking going to work is that the Predacons, they're going to be about the same size as the Dinobots, but the combined form sticker, that one's going to be a little bit bigger. So it's going to be about, let's see, I think it's 3 inches for the Dinobots right now, 3 by 3 inches, and then so I think that maybe for Predaking will do like 4.5 inches or something like that, like something around there. It's like maybe about the same height as like the maybe the same size as like the coasters here, maybe that big for the Predaking. Yeah, but yeah, the idea is to have the combined form be a little bit bigger than the individual bots, just because I think it'll kind of add a more fun sort of factor to it. It is a combined form, so it should be a lot bigger. So yeah, I have all 5 of them going, and then I'll have the combined form for Predaking, which I have in the drawer here. I can show it off real quick. Just have to be inked up. I have the drawer. Where did I put you? Where's my stuff? Here it is. Yeah. So here's the Predaking. Just needs to be inked up here. So sorting everything. And yeah, might do some like little like rocks in front of his legs here, but yeah, that's kind of like the plan here for my Predacons. And maybe one day we'll do the beast modes for both Autobots and Predacons. But we'll stick with what we got right now. So we'll get there when we get there. I'm actually almost considering getting like a full-on like sticker sheet actually for Dinobots next time I do them, because you can actually get like a full sheet of all 5 stickers, printed on them from Sticker Meal. So I might try that one day as well. I like in the red or the orange red. This guy kind of works with Headstrong here. I'm really considering getting the Kang Toys ones. Like the more I'm looking at the Kang Toys Predacons, the more I'm liking them. I know they are a lot more stylized and stuff, but I think it kind of works for the characters and stuff. And there's that like just like the likelihood of them doing Predacons anytime soon is kind of slim at this point, just because a lot of third-party companies, they don't really want to do season 3 and 4 as much. They're kind of more interested. It seems like they're more interested in doing season 1 and 2, as well as kind of competing with each other. Like with this Constructicon War, but yeah, thanks, dude. Yeah. He's getting there. Probably need a little bit more vibrant red, so I'm actually bringing the fucking call the dumbass red, the dog rose flower color, or the fuck, dumbest names ever for colors, dude. And actually, you know, I wouldn't mind if Kang Toys did like a set of Terracons or Siacons. So I think that their style, the very, very stylized approach, might actually work with those the combiner teams. Yeah, so they are supposed to be more beast-like, you know. I think it kind of works. They went that route. But I'm actually kind of interested to see if Bingo Toys tackles more combiner teams after their Technobots, which are supposed to be coming out this year, I think. I'm not too sure. They show the colors for Afterburner and Strafes, but yeah, all we have is an estimated release date. We haven't really heard much since. So hopefully this year. But if not, it just gives me more time to catch up on things I don't have yet. So, but, all right, dog flower. Let's roll. So you know what? I'll do the do the lipstick red first, and I'll do the dog flower. It's such a stupid name for a fucking marker. A little more vibrant sort of red to the piece here. All right. Fembot combiner. Fine. Make it again. Yeah, keep them separate. Yeah. Well, actually, I gotta show you this. Actually, hold on, because there's the Light Toys guys. They actually made a Nightbird. That I saw on Etsy or on AliExpress. And so that kind of gives me a little bit of hope because they're doing a lot of really obscure stuff, like toys, like their little figures and stuff. So it would be kind of interesting if they do decide to go ahead and do a set of like action figures of fembots or whatever. You know, let's see if I can find it. I put in my wish list or my watch list or whatever. So, see if I can find them. Why is it selling for $1,000? It's dumb. Hold on. It's probably for a different variation or something. Okay. 140. It's going for 147 Canadian. Here, I'll put up in the comments here. See if I can get this pulled up on screen. Just a minute. Hold on. Let's do that. Present. Share screen. This one. Just instead. There we go. Yeah, this is the Nightbird I was talking about. It's not really in focus though, but yeah, they made a action figure of Nightbird. So see if I can find a different picture of it. from a different angle. I'll just show off this. But yeah, it's pretty cool looking. It's pretty cool. It's not really in focus. I can't really show it too well, but oh well, it lost connection. What's going on? But yeah, it looks pretty cool to me. So, because they do a lot of like different stuff, you know, they're doing a lot more than just like the combiner stuff. Because what they've done lately is they've been making these like combiner kits for different combiner teams, and they kind of been in a, you know, make it to where you can make your combiners like the same size as like the Toy World or Zeta Toys, you know, guys there. So just looking at a different thing. So yeah, it would be kind of interesting to see if they actually tackle the Fembot crew, you know, at some point. So I know that X Transpo's had a prototype of a Alita 1 at one point, but don't know if that's being worked on right now. It seems like it's being put on the back burner right now because I think they're more concerned with the combiner teams, and they're getting started on some Target Masters from both Autobot and Decepticons. So yeah. Yeah, they're doing really cool stuff. They actually did like a combiner team or a combiner parts for like if you took all the KFC Junkions, you could actually make a combiner out of it with like that. I gotta show this one. Hold on. Like that one was the coolest one to me. Is the Junkion combiner. Like to me that's just a fucking cool ass idea, actually, to be honest. Let's see if I can find it. KFC Junkion. See if I can find it. It's a really cool sort of upgrade kit. It's actually a really cool concept and idea to me. Come on. Let's do this. Why so slow? All right, wait. The RC was nice, but underwhelming. Somehow, Alita 1 should have been made first, and then Chromie. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, RC is the more popular one, so I understand why they went with her. And also kind of rounds up their A6 movie cast, which are just missing, well, from Takara, anyways, they're missing Cup, Springer, Wheelie, and then Blur. So right now they just have Ultra Magnus, Hot Rod, and RC. So, but if you go the third party route, you got a lot more options. So on that front, anyways. Okay, should be good enough. I'll see if it loaded up for me. Yeah, I gotta show this one. This one's just fucking cool. Like toys. Oh, don't put KFC on the search engine. Like toys. What the fuck are you doing? All right, hold on. Like toys. Chunky on combiner. What the fuck is it? Should be here. Let's see. Here, let's put like toys, maybe. Motherfuckers. Hold on. Fuck's sakes. Search engines suck these days. Fucking god, I'm gonna fucking wear something right now. Just kidding. All right, whatever. I'll see if I can find it in just a minute. There we go. Just trying to see if I can find the combiners. What the hell? Combiners. I gotta show this one. It's really fucking cool. Why won't you? Right, you know what? I'm gonna get you. Fucking assholes. All right. I'll wait for that load. It loads like a fucking dinosaur. All right. Oop, there we go. I believe they never fully figured out how to actually make them transform into the vehicles. They were on Cybertron. Yeah. Yes, find this. Boards. Yeah, just gonna find the threads here. Okay, there it is. Okay, now I can find it. What's that? Share this guy. All right, here we go. This is what I was talking about. This is the combiner form of a Junkion. Like, so they took basically what they did was they made a combiner elements from that was meant to kind of go with your KFC Junkion and all that, and then you can make a combined form for it. So this is what they kind of came up with. I'll see if I can get a better image of the full thing, but it's really fucking cool. Here's the face. It's like a fucking almost like a Mad Max or style like transformer. They also made Alpha Trion actually. So they made this big robot, that hound created with the hologram. You know, they made a lot of really cool stuff. And people talking shit. Just proud devastator from IDW. No one cares about. Let's go back up. Yeah, they made a lot of upgrade kits. Like they made one for one of the Defensors. They made a Computron for the Warbatron stuff. They made, I think they made a Abominus upgrade kit for both Unique Toys as well as TFC because they both had one. And then obviously got the Prowler Primes, Predaking. But they also had one for the Jinbao, Predaking, and all that stuff. So there's another Devastator, Bruticus, and all that. And so yeah, they did really cool stuff. But the Junkion combiner was the one that really caught my eye. It's really fucking cool what they're doing with it. So yeah. Yeah, I guess it is kind of hard to do like the fembots in particular specifically. You gotta move that. Just because, you know, the thing with the fembots is they have a very, very feminine, like robotic sort of build. You know, and then they have to transform into like a very squared off sort of car mode, because a lot of the car modes for the fembots were very, very like, you know, boxy, you know. So I imagine it's a very much an engineering nightmare to do a fembot, just because Yeah, just to get the rollout mode right as well as the vehicle mode right. But yeah, but that's why I kind of be okay with the idea of just doing like action figures of them, you know, that were in scale with masterpiece figures, you know. Because most likely I'm never going to display the Fembot in vehicle mode anyways. So it's just like, just make them action figures. Yeah. And it would be interesting if YOLO Park did that. You know, I think that their scale might work for the Fembots. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, but it will be kind of cool if Light Toys, those guys that made that Nightbird, get around to it as well. But they need a feminine combination. Yeah. It would be kind of cool if they made a Victorion. That was kind of the first female combiner team. So would be kind of interesting. Grab some cool grays. Get some shadows going on the reds, and then we can move on to the yellows. So I think we'll start with a darker red gray. That was a female prime, but giant Bigfoot woman and all that, but more Barbarella weapons. Yeah. Show you these like patches of like dark gray on his helmet here. So it's more intense sort of shading effects. Kind of helps make the other color, the brighter reds kind of pop out a bit more on him. That'll be it for the red, back gray, and those two cool gray 5. Just kind of a mute darker shade just a little bit, just kind of make it more natural sort of transition here. But speaking of Transformers, actually, I actually finally sold my Gigapower Swoop on eBay. So finally got rid of that guy. Even though it's a beautiful figure, it just wasn't really what I was looking for at the time. I had him for a very long time, actually. I had him since 2019, actually. Just never got around to getting rid of him because I was going after the fans' toys of Dinobots. Because I got Grimlock first, and I got Slag and Snarl. Then the thing with Swoop was that I bought him, or at least I thought I bought him, but then they sent me the Gigapower instead. So I was like, oh shit, that sucks. So I had to go buy a new one. Just kind of held on to this guy. I think I meant to like sell it off, just never really got around to it, you know, sort of thing. But I finally got rid of him, so I can finally, probably put that money towards getting you some. I should probably put it towards my new phone, actually. So I'll probably do. Still got to get that thing. But, yeah. All right. Yeah, it can be really. Yeah, I'm having trouble getting rid of the Streetwise too, like the Toy Deco version. I want to buy him. Apparently, I have on the lowest price too. Like he's like almost like $100 for him, Canadian. It's probably a lot cheaper in America. So I don't know why I want to buy that. Maybe it's because of tariffs. Yeah, I'm just gonna blame the tariffs for my lack of sales on there. I don't know. Yeah, I was trying to go cheaper for when I try to sell stuff because I want to just get rid of it. Yeah. Most of the time, my sell something is just because I want to get rid of it. It's not so much where I'm. I mean, it would be nice, obviously, to get a good return on my investment, but yeah, it's like I'd be happy if I just get $100 from this swoop, you know, because it's still $100 I can put to something else. Yeah. What is this? What is this? There. Right. I think we're pretty good on the reds. I think we'll move on to the yellows. Yellows. Then we'll move on to the purple on the symbol. Yeah, so we'll do these guys. And it's going to be the torso and the waist area. So he's shiny. Thank you. Just going to ignore this little part here as well as the neck, because we are going to go back in that with some blacks. Just not going to do it right now. What is all the smearing? Probably should have done yellows first. It's fine. Just play it safe. All right, let's do some. Do a little bit of gold. And I'll grab some warm grays for the gray tones. So I don't think I'll need too much. I think it's so okay here. I just need maybe a 5, well, maybe a 7. We'll see. A whole lot in shadow here for the warm grays. All right. 1.5 up in here. I'll do a little bit yellow over top of that. And then we'll move on to the face and a few other things here. And we'll probably call it a wrap pretty soon, actually. Yeah. Oh, it's 4:20. Well, that means sweet hour. High tide. Yeah. All right. I think we'll do the eyes next. Or not, we'll do the face. We'll do the face because we use lighter shades for that. And then we'll do something else. And we'll do the eyes on both the rhino head as well as the regular visor here. So the same sort of yellow I've been using for all the other Particons. The Y11. It's very, very light, it's very yellow. Oh, shit. What was that? Jesus. It's exploded on me. Leaking. Leaking lubricant. It's all good though. Make it work. Now I gotta get that clip, Brian Hyde saying leaking lubricant every time I have an inking, anytime my Copics explodes on me. So leaking lubricant. All right. Forgot for the narration for Voltron, not our game. Yeah. Right. Go on ahead and move on to the eyes. And I think we'll just do kind of like the same thing we did with Dive Bomb. Kind of start with orange and kind of work our way into yellow. Need more firm sort of orange here. That makes any sense. Y15. No, do a Y11. Should do a Y0. Yeah. I think maybe a darker sort of orange. See this guy. This guy. Just a little bit. A little more power to the orange here. Don't want to do too much. End up ruining the eyes here. Okay. Do the same sort of thing we did over here with the rhino eye. Just not gonna spend too much time on it. Just gonna be very, very simple yellow. All right. We're close to being done. Just gonna do the symbol. And there we go. We've got our headstrong fella. And yeah, it's gonna be it for the Copics at least. I think I got pretty much everything I needed to get done here. It's gonna be a matter of doing some touch-ups, and then yeah, go from there. Got to touch up the little bit here on the chest there. It's a little bit wonky looking. Had to add it in later, last minute. So put my markers away. And then since we have a little bit more time today, we can probably do a little bit of touching up. And yeah. Or art. Yeah, I swear to God, one of these guys had it all organized or memorized where the markers go. Let's see. Where are you going? Oh. There. Back here. There. Stream ain't done yet. SO. All right. It's on the floor. All right. Got my markers. I'm gonna be doing a whole lot too. It's like orange, yellow, red, and gray. And then I'll you. I need to get some new Poshkas, or not Poshkas, Jelly Rolls. Because some of the ones I have are dying on me. All right, let's do little touch-ups here and there. I'll start with the whites. Tidy up the edges. Actually, no, before we do that, we got fill in the black areas first and foremost. This is arms, gonna be all black, or this arm joint rather. All black. So grab a different pen. Okay. Be it. All right. Now I can go around and touch up the edges here, just to make it a little bit easier for me once I go in and throw this on the computer. Yeah, nowadays the last thing I do is actually the black inks. Over top of this anyway, like kind of come into touch with the line works, because I find it better to kind of do all the extra color details, like extra highlights, but with these kinds of things first, and then because the blacks kind of helps tie it all together. It's kind of hard to explain, but just makes my life easier here. Actually, this shouldn't be like this because it doesn't really match up with this foot. So I'm trying to erase this whole bit here. Bye, toe. Had toe fungus or some shit. Or a cosmic rust poking out. All right. Let's get that orange all nice and tidy up because it looks kind of ugly right now. That's why we do touch-ups here. Very end. Because it's kind of hard to color over top of the gel pens with the Copic. So I'll always say this bit for last. I think that's going to be it for the edges. Yeah. I have to go last like frosting, yeah. Yeah, the only ones that are really working is the pink one, the yellow one. Yeah, the red and orange are really important. They're kind of dying on me. Yeah, the red one's dying. I don't know why the orange is. I don't know why, but it looks like it has more ink than it. So that's. You gotta shake it. What's going on with it? It just dried up or something. Yeah, red and orange are dying on me, so I need to replace those. I'm not going to use them eventually. But we'll use the pink one, actually. I actually kind of like doing pink on for highlights on red. Just kind of looks cool. Stands out a bit more, you know. Probably should have their own shade of black. Yeah. That's why I went with the red highlights for the blacks. Because you know, thought it made them look cool. You know, give them a primal sort of edge to them. test area. If only I had an AI program, you know. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, never see me use one of those. All natural over here. I don't think I have time to color test this thing, so I'm going to hold my nose and dive in more. Yeah. Just highlight the face a bit. Yeah, dude, I will never color with AI. Like, it's so, no, it's not as, it's like, look, I might bitch and complain sometimes if I make a mistake, but it's like, I love coloring. It's fun. It's the fun part of drawing is coloring. It's like, why do I want a computer to do that for me? It's like, I don't need no damn computer to do my job for me. All right. Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, if all AI artists ask themselves, why can't kill the fun part? You know, drawing is fun. Like, why do you want to just not draw? It's like, yeah, it can be tedious sometimes, but it's just like, well, it's fun. It should always be fun. What's so fun about pushing a button, typing in some prompts, and then having images? Like, there's no fun in it. It's like, can't hang that on my fridge. You know? Yeah, these AI dorks. I tell you. They have no creative energy, spirit whatsoever. Yeah. Honestly, I feel bad for them. Honestly, it's like, how can you go through life and not have like creative energy in your, like, to be so creatively bankrupt as a person? Like, you have to use a computer to do creativity for you. Yeah. Let's go over the whole part there. All right. I think just a few red highlights. I don't know if I need to. Looking good. See if there's any like little touch-ups I can do. Like this. It should be fine. See if we got any ink splatters need to be taken care of, but I think so. Yeah, sure, okay. It's pretty clean here, so just let some of this stuff here dry for a bit. He needs to stop being jealous of his brother and develop his own art. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he can draw. It's just like he just gives up. He's just given up. It's like, you know, he just wants to take the easy way out, which is just like, okay. Exactly. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. But just like, I don't see how he actually enjoy himself as an artist. It's just like, it seems like boring. It's like a boring existence. It just kind of seems like he is jealous a little bit of artists in general, you know. For some reason, he feels the need to go out of his way to kind of shit talk art and all that. Like that one post he made recently. I'm just like, well, you do better. It's like, why don't you draw it? See how you would draw it. It's like, you don't know anything about art. It's like that was the stupidest thing he ever did. Was when he tried to compare that anime to like an AI generated version of it. But he was comparing animation to still image. I'm just like, what are you talking about? It's like why are you comparing these two things? They're two different things. Like anime, it's like you can never get the same sort of the same sort of details in an animated movie versus in like a drawing, like a full on like just portrait piece or whatever. You know, it's like so you can't maintain that same sort of like style or same sort of a detail. It's so stupid. It's like he's completely art illiterate. You know, doesn't really know what he's talking about. He thinks he does. Like he makes people think he does because he's, you know, I don't know. But he's just stupid. He's dumb. Yeah, if it was only a comparison, Megatron and Shad said, yeah, yeah. But the thing is, like, you know, yeah, that kind of made me see red. Yeah, that's all he said. Is like he said it was bland and uninspired. It's like he doesn't know anything. It's like he doesn't know anything about art, though. You know, it's just from that comment alone. You know, because it's like it's a different style. Like, you know, and it's like the style that he used made with the AI. It was a very realistic, sort of almost like a Stanley Archer style. You know, that sort of thing. That's what it kind of looked like to me, anyways. The version he generated, I mean. I'm just like, these are two different things. There's like different art styles that are allowed. You know, it's like you don't have to like every art style, but you know, it's like just dumb. Yeah, not just that. Like most of the time it does take from art. Like because a lot of people they've actually said that they've had their like watermarks actually taken from like AI, like when they've kind of generated the image and stuff like that. Like sometimes, like you know, people are like, oh no, it's not stealing. It's not stealing. It's like yes, it is. it AI art steals other people's art now. You know, and some people might say, well, what's the issue? Because it's like, maybe I make like a video or a movie using like movie clips or whatever, you know, like what's the issue there? Well, the issue is that because the reason why that's okay is because it's label it's because there is copyright laws to protect the original filmmakers and stuff like that. Like there's copyright claims, all that. If you use music, if you use too much of a movie, you claim for it. And there's that, like the people who made the films, made the movies or animated films, whatever, they got paid, they got compensated, like before, like not. And the thing is, like not all artists get paid, so when you have a program that goes out and say hypothetically, like let's put it this way, like say Disney wanted to make like a new sort of like a new brand of lunch boxes for like Disney characters, right? And they wanted a brand new art style, and so and then this side, let's go to Twitter, let's go to Instagram, see if there's any like really cool art styles want to draw inspiration from, and they stumble across a really really nice like artist who makes really good fan art of like Disney characters, right? And they could be like, okay, well, we want this style, but you know what? Because we have AI, we don't have to pay this guy, so we can just use the program to steal the art style of this guy's work, and then just make our own sort of a painting or whatever for the lunch boxes of like Snow White or Little Mermaid or whatever the hell they want to do. It's like, and they can do that without having to pay the original artist, the art style, and it screws over the artist. Now I don't think Disney would ever do that personally, but I mean I don't know, I wouldn't put it past them, but but you know what I mean. It's a very like that's why a lot of people don't really understand why artists have a big problem with AI. Because it's because of that. It's just like there's not a whole lot of compensation. There's no compensation for the original artist, because you can't copyright a style. That's the thing. And so it's a very, very sort of tricky thing. Yeah, and to me, it's just wrong. It's just wrong fundamentally. Just to me, it's just wrong. Like, even if it isn't against the law, it's still wrong to me. It's like, it's like, and that's not wrong to you as a, just, I don't know what to tell you. So I think I have most of my Pashkas all ready to go. So let's go ahead and do some touch-ups to the inks, and then we'll all be ready to go with this one. Yeah, I do see that a lot, like with the AI. A lot of it does really borrow a lot. Like a lot of it just looks like Stanley art germ stuff, really. Yeah. And it's so stupid when people try to say that AI is better than traditional art, and it's like, no, like AI art doesn't exist without pre-established art. I think that the one thing they could have done differently, because it's no different than Air July, they would have totally do that. Well, yeah, it's totally wrong. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It just, to me, it's just wrong to steal art styles, steal hard work from other people. It's just it seems like a scummy thing to do. Especially if you're it's one thing like if you're just like using AI to make like a thumbnail or making like a video or just one of those like little silly videos. That's not an issue to me personally. But if you're like using it to make actual fucking like profit, and yeah, and there's like no compensation you're giving to any of the art, like because you can use, that's how the AI programs kind of work. You can literally say like, I want this artist style, I want Jim Lee style, I want J. Scott Campbell style, I want John Malin style, I want all that, and I want in this drawing that I'm trying to generate. Like you can literally do that, with some of these programs here. And to me, that's just wrong. It's just like there's no compensation because like you can't, like I said, you can't copyright a style. So it's like, it's kind of a screwed up thing to do. I think it would be better if the AI programs were only allowed to take like public domain images. Like that'd be one thing, right? but it's stealing from actual artists, people who actually, have actually made something, and all that. Like, I think that there should be a thing. Like, I think that it would be it'd be. I think it would make more sense or be more fair if they just used public domain images or something like that. That way, like I said, we don't get ours get screwed over, or if there's like a way for us to have our art saved or protected. I think that'd become a nice sort of thing to kind of have like a system to kind of protect it against that sort of thing, for some artists, who don't want to have their art stolen, because we're the ones that do the hard work. It's like all these people using AI work, they didn't do anything. They didn't do all heavy lifting. We built the house, they moved in. That's how it worked. That's what it basically is. It's like there's no compensation for us. So there's like some sort of way they could actually, yeah, that would be, yeah, because like having because there is like places where you can get like public domain images and all that, you know. But I think that'd be kind of nice if you actually have your artwork that you post online. If there's a way for you to kind of like have it under some sort of like copyright protection, like if there's like for like some sort of like for whether it be fan art, whether it be original like characters or whatever. Like, I think that it'd be nice if there's like a way for us to kind of have our artwork kind of preserved in that way. That way, the AI programs can't use it. But I don't really know how you would do that though. That's the only thing. It's once you've opened Pandora's box, there's no going back. That sort of thing. That Mackie kind of said at one time. But I just don't understand people who champion like AI art, over traditional art. It's just stupid. It's just like, why are you so obsessed with being ruled by the robots? It's like if if the Terminators if Skynet took over next week, Shad Diversity would be the first one to bend over backwards for them. Let's be real. Be like, take me. So why are you guys so obsessed with removing the human experience from our lives? Whatever. Let's call them dummies. Leave the milk alone. For that one. Yeah, I see what 100%. But also, those people just love the idea of bringing art to their level, where they would no longer need an artist to because of, yeah, exactly. Also, the thing with like AI is it really it's killing commission artists because you no longer have to commission artists to get what you want because you can just like get an AI program to do it for you. You know, it's not entirely obvious because I do think that there are still people out there who do believe in like man-made artwork, obviously, but because of AI, it's become a little bit less. I feel like, you know. All right, let's get the torso going. Then we'll do the arms, the legs. I will be voting for Pierre. Leave me alone. Other text from some conservatives. The upcoming election. It's like, I know. I will be voting for Pierre. It's like, I think I'm stupid enough to vote for the other guy. Then again, us Canadians are kind of dumb. Keep voting for the same assholes. Hopefully this time we grow a brain, though. Seems like there's a lot more hype for Pierre anyways, so hopefully the liberal dickheads lose this time. Get our country back in order. Yeah. Well, he is. He defunded a big sort of a pipeline that's supposed to go through Alberta. You know, or he was part of, or at least he was part of the team that defunded it, and it could have helped a lot of people now. But instead, he gave that all that energy into people in like Brazil and shit. So I'm just like, what the fuck is going on with these guys? So yeah, we're calling him Mark Kami. That's who he is now. It's a new name. Make sure it's on his birth certificate. Those stupid globalist people. It's like, fuck off. There's no such thing as global warming. It's like, there's nothing we can do about it. You know? We can't stop the planet from changing. It's like, we're human beings. So you think the leopards and the fucking gorillas give a fuck about the climate changing? No, they adapt. And shit. Yeah. So stupid. Like, the climate change people are fucking retarded. Like, it's like, we can't control the weather. We can't control any of this stuff. You know? We want you to fucking do about it. I ain't fucking Storm or Wolver or Thor. I can't change the weather. Can't change the way things are. Yeah. Kami Carney. That should be chanted in the next Olympics. If you ever attends, that'd be fucking hilarious though. Everyone just started chanting Kami Carney. So hopefully Pierre wins. I think last time I checked the polls, it was pretty neck and neck. So yeah, I'll be voting pretty soon, though. As soon as I get my ballot in the mail or whatever they send you. It's gonna be the first time I've actually voted here in Canada. So sick of these liberals. It's like, sick of them. All right. Let's get the arms going. I can call it a wrap. Try to go for a more sort of bolder lines here. I'm using that Faber-Castell pen, by the way. I like it because it's kind of like a mini brush pen, but also has kind of like a mix between a brush and a nib. It has like really nice sort of lines. Like it's a more controlled sort of brush pen, because sometimes your brush pen, sometimes if you use a brush tip, it can kind of screw up. Sometimes if you're not careful. Well, this guy's kind of, you have a bit more control with it. So yeah, it sucks. And swallow. All right. But you know what? I think that Alberta is like pretty much done with the liberal stuff. So I think that it'd be kind of interesting if we actually do get become part of America. It'd be kind of funny. So you know what? Fuck these assholes. We're going to Disney World. Because there are a lot of benefits to the idea of the merger between Canada and America. You know, wouldn't mind those American prices. You know, for my Transformers. You know. I don't think we really need all that. I think as long as we get a better person in charge, probably figure things out better. I think as long as we focus on fixing our country, I think that's all that matters. Eventually we'll get back on track. Well, we can sneak you, Mama Bear, Dale, Keon down here. Well, yeah. I mean, it'd probably be a lot cheaper to go to Hawaii for a vacation, you know. So I'd much rather just like fix our problems at home if we can. Lower taxes, lower prices, yeah. Get our shit back together. Nice. What is this? All right. Yeah, well, let's leave it. Now you mention it, that is the reason I have extra time. Why? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's one of my dream places to go to. Hawaii, Tokyo. You know, Hong Kong, because I want to go to that Transformers restaurant. They have a Transformers restaurant there. I don't know if you've seen that before, Grumpy. But they have like Autobot. Like, I gotta show this. Hold on. See if I can find a picture of it. It's called the Ark, and it has like the burgers are like in the shape of like an Autobot symbol. It's kind of cool. The Ark restaurant, Transformers restaurant. There we go. I'm gonna find TF. I'm looking to like a TFW link. Hold on. It's pretty fucking cool. They have a Prime statue and all that. It's fucking cool. This is the only reason I want to go to China. Hey, Conquer Leaf. Good to see you, man. Here, I'll share my screen. Find it. There. Okay. Come on. Load up. Move this guy. That way I can still see the chat. Why is it not? I'm not showing it. Shimard. There we go. Okay. It's getting confused there. Here, just give me a second, guys. Unmute. Why is it muting me? All right, there we go. Yeah, this is a fucking cool ass fucking thing. Yeah. The burger. This is the burgers here. So yeah. So you have the arc-shaped fries or container or whatever. Then they have like the burgers. Yeah. Yeah, it looks pretty we go. Now I'm not muted anymore for some reason. It kicked me out. Motherfucker streamers. Right. Yeah. Good shit. But yeah, well, so in case you missed it, I thought it'd be kind of cool if they have like a lounge or something in that restaurant. If they have like the shot glasses and they made them like pink, like, and they made or like they had them like cube shaped shot glasses that were like pink and all that. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me, guys. I think I'm ready to call it a wrap here. I got a steak in the grill. So yeah, for some reason when I was screen sharing, it kind of kicked me out of the thing. So oh well, I'll master StreamYards at some point. But just want to touch that up there. But yeah, there's our Headstrong, and so we can kind of add them to the collection now, and we're almost pretty much done with the Predacons. Now it's just a matter of getting Predaking done. So go ahead and go through him, or go through the whole team. So we got Razor Claw done, which is the first one we did. And we did our Tantrum the other day. And we also have our Rampage. So and then we got our Dive Bomb. So yeah, good stuff. And now we can add our Headstrong fella into the mix. Like so. And then it's just a matter of getting Predaking done. They get them all sent off to the computer. And we get them made into stickers eventually. A lot of fun with these guys. They're a lot of fun. Well, yeah, we got finally the whole team done. So now it's just gonna be a matter of getting this guy done. This big boy. So it's gonna be the second time I've ever colored a Predaking on the channel, actually, because I did the one a few years ago. So it's gonna be a lot of fun doing this one. Just got to do a little penciling, touch ups. This I think I'll do a pencil. I'll get the ink done on Tuesday because I have the day off. So there we go. Yeah, StreamYards is being fucking weird. Oh my gosh, why is StreamYard being like this? All right. But yeah, thank you guys so much for dropping by. I go just a quick. And oh my gosh, why is it not there? You go. The Optimus Prime and Megatron coaster. So it's the yin and yang symbol. Kind of meant for so it'd be like the style. Actually, this one like a long time ago. Actually, this was like one of my first streams. Actually, this whole piece. So yeah, if you want, and I have 9 of these available for each of them. So yeah, going on, and I'll do a quick showcase of the stickers before we end. And yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Grumpy and Conquer Leaf and whoever else was lurking in the chat. I really appreciate you guys being here. Oh, yeah, I'm roboting a little bit. Yeah. It's probably a good thing for me to kind of end off here then, isn't it? And that's why I'm so scared to do the Transformers of Talk show, because it's like StreamYard's a fucking asshole. So, but yeah, on that note, I'm gonna get going, get dinner ready, get my laundry thrown in, and do my thing. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Get my video pulled up. All right, later, guys.
Amazing. A booby trap that actually catches boobies.
You will not escape the mighty shockwave!
Hey, mighty shockwave! Take this!
Shit! You bitches! Get back here!
Bye-bye! Loser! You suck!
Those bitches!
Decepticons, a toast to the imminent destruction of the accursed Autobots.
Boy, these are good.
This stuff's the greatest. Those were the good old days back on Cybertron. Didn't have to sneak around in these ugly-ass disguises. Good old Cybertron, land of the metal moon.